So China has now passed a law called they're calling the influencer law that will require that you have a degree in an area if you're going to post on social media about sensitive topics. So what are those sensitive topics? Things like medicine, law, education, and finance. As you would probably guess, there's people that are really excited about this, and there's also people that are very upset about this. So here's some of the issues I think are good, and here's the concerning things. So first of all, some of these areas, you really, if you post incorrect information and someone believes you, you can harm someone considerably, both financially and medically, physically. So it's very important that people are not allowed to spread objectively false, dangerous information online. In my field, medicine, there's been studies where they've looked at social media content of certain medical fields and found, as you would expect, the most accurate information comes from medical professionals, and there's a lot of inaccurate information that comes from lay people. And so this would hopefully minimize the impact of that. And some of these lay people can have absolute huge impact in the world of social media spreading fake information. You may remember the disinformation dozen. And this was a dozen people that were identified that actually were responsible for a massive majority of the anti-vax information that's spread online. RFK Jr. is one of them. So in addition to influencers having to post their credentials, they're actually going to ask the social media platforms to verify that people have those credentials as well, including the Chinese version of TikTok. Now, this law isn't going to solve every problem. So as you probably know, just because you have credentials doesn't mean everything that you say is correct. There are some really ridiculous anti-vaxxer physicians out there, like Tenpenny with the key sticking to her head. So this would not eliminate all misinformation, but it certainly would significantly limit it. And of course, there's always a concern with things like this of government overreach and of the government controlling information in a narrative and not allowing the free sharing of ideas. And of course, that's always a lovely thing in theory, but the reality is that misinformation when it comes to all of those things can actually significantly harm people, and we really do need to do a better job of controlling it. I do think this is a really interesting idea, and I do think requiring credentials to be at least posted for people discussing sensitive topics is a great idea. I'm not sure we would ever have it be as restrictive as China's law, but it's interesting.